Alright, we're back in X-Plane. One wonder down, 6 more to go. And guess where we're at now? That right over there is downtown Rio de Janeiro. So we are going to check out the approximate location of Christ the Redeemer. So similar to our flight out to Machu Picchu, this one I have also already done. It's a very quick one, and I know for a fact that there are graphical add-ons that do show Christ the Redeemer. So, seeing that this is the default version of X-Plane 11, I don't have that scenery pack, but we're still going to fly out there and come land back here at the international airport. So we're heading right down into this area. It's like right to the north of this little lake here. So you can't quite see it with the draw distance, but it's kind of like on the other side of that hill, I believe. So, we are not going to mess around anymore. Got the plane started. We are going to take off to the northeast, runway 33 or something. I don't know what runway this is, but I'm just going to taxi down here to the left, take off, turn around, check it out, come back. So, pretty straightforward. Whoa. Now I did learn that propeller-driven airplanes, the torque of the rotor spinning makes the plane want to turn to the left when it's taxiing on the ground. And sure enough, good old X-Plane 11, if you look at that, it just goes right to the left. Pretty crazy. Now I've got to make sure that we are not going to run out. Yeah. I am not the smoothest taxier yet. I don't have rudder pedals, and I think that might make it a little bit smoother, but as it is right now, I just have the joystick that twists. So, alright, we are going to turn on to the runway here. And it is runway 33, I was right. Alright. Get this thing frickin' leveled out. What are you doing? Okay. Now it wants to pull to the right. Bad. Okay, 75 knots, rotate speed. I don't know what that is. That's insane. We're up. Look at the amount of runway left over. That's awesome. So we are going to keep it pretty low today. We're probably going to be like at 2,000 feet at the most, probably. Obviously, where the airport's on top of sea level. So, once we get clear of the airport, we'll start turning back around. I feel like that's something you do in real life. Clear, you can start heading east now. Now I know that more than likely nobody is going to ever watch these, but in the insanely unlikely scenario that somebody is watching this that knows what they're doing, please scream at me in the comments and tell me everything I'm doing wrong, because I would like to know. Let's check out the airport. This scenery does look pretty cool. Those mountains out in the distance look awesome. And I didn't realize how many bridges there were in Rio. There is one big one right over here, I think. Yeah, there it is. Look at the size of that. Looks cool. Okay, so again, just like Machu Picchu, we're going to fly this visually, at least going out there. I am going to try to, I've got the VOR tuned to the airport, so maybe on the way back I can see if I've got that set right for the return back. We're just going to land the same direction that we took off from runway 33. And that should be pretty easy. I don't have to loop all the way around. Kind of want to level out right here. I think 2,500 is a pretty good cruising altitude for where we're going. I mean, it's right around the corner, really. So I'm gonna actually get this thing. Ooh. No, don't want that. Apparently, if you have the VOR set, it'll fly you right there. I should have known better than to screw with that. Bring it on back. I think if I change this little guy here, I would be able to set the autopilot to just hold the heading that you're flying. That's kind of what I was hoping it would do. It didn't. Okay, so we're going to kind of buzz the city here, and we're going to basically fly right in here, right around this little hill. And there should be a peak somewhere over here that overlooks that lake. And that is where Christ the Redeemer would be if he was in the default game, but he's not. I don't know why you would not have a super famous 100-foot statue as part of the scenery, but they don't. There's downtown Rio in all of its glory. And for those of you that have been there, probably none of its glory. That looks pretty barren. I'm sure it's much prettier than that. If you notice, there is an airport right there that is much closer to where we are going, but I did the flight from Cusco into Rio, and at 737 went beautifully, actually. So I wanted to take off from the airport that I landed in, which was the big airport that we just took off from. So that is why I did did not take off from the even closer airport. We're going to take off and land from that big guy. Okay, there is the lake. And there is the peak where Christ the Redeemer would be. Right there. Now again, give an X-Plane a break, considering it's got the entire world to render. Would have been nice to see that on there. You know, I mean, I guess I know that I'm biased, you know, doing this series of flights with the 7 wonders, the 7 modern wonders of the world. But I feel like if you're going to put any sites in a game like this, those 7 might be a good 7 to include. But like I said, the beauty of this game is this sim, is the expandability. So I can get a pack that puts Christ the Redeemer right there, and that would be pretty cool. Little car driving around there. So there it is. Not too far away from the city. Easy flight. Pretty flight too. I mean, look at the topographical features, the islands, the beach down there. Really, really cool. I think I would like to get a scenery pack for this area, because it looks really nice. It would be a fun place to explore. What I don't want to do is start buying up scenery packs, filling up hard drives, and only fly there once or twice. So once I'm sure that I want to go back to a location, then I'll probably start investing in upgrades and that kind of stuff. So that's going to be my plan. Okay, so there's this smaller airport just outside of the city, and there's our airport right out there. Right there. Let's give one more peek at Redeemer. There he is. There's a train going sideways. Oh my god, how not legit is that? What is that thing going to do at the top? Oh my god, that's brutal. That is brutal. There is an actual train that does go up there. It's definitely not a freight train. And it does not go up and over. Okay, so I think realistically we're above the flight paths of this airport. Maybe, but also maybe not. Now, again, I'm looking here, and I'm gonna see if this thing swings over once we hit the radial, which is 145. That's gonna take us to the runway 33. So if we can just keep an eye on that, and if that thing starts to swing over to the right, we might be in business. Just gonna fly this heading and see if we can intercept that radial. How we doing? I think it's good. Definitely not hammering the engine like we were in Peru. The little Cessna has got a much easier flight. 172 Sierra Papa. we're still a ways off. We probably shouldn't be seeing that needle, VOR needle down here, swing around. Or is it this one? Let's see if it's this one. I'm just going to set them both to 145. Let's see which one we get. So we got them both tuned. Nav 1. They both look like they're doing the same, so we might just luck out here. Coming up on that. Oh, looks they're starting to move. They are starting to move. We might make our first VOR assisted landing. Yep. Look at that. Let's start making our way towards that heading. Now it's radial 145, but it's going to be heading 330. And look at that, we just blew right past that, didn't we? That sucks. It's okay. We're okay. Still showing us right of that radial, which is accurate. Slow it down. Let's see if we can beat our Peru landing. Christ the Redeemer is watching over us, so this should be a good landing. Alright, so now I want to go to 330. Let's see if I can. That makes a little bit more sense. Let's go to that other radial instead of from the outside radial. Alright, we are clearly very left. Let's rectify that. We have not been very good about flying today. Flight was too easy. Mind our flaps or our airspeed or our altitude. We are high, and again, just like in Cusco, this thing is pissed. Look at how far right we're facing. We can't have that big of a crosswind, can we? Guess we'll just act as if we do, because flying kind of straight, but it's just crooked. This replay is going to look ridiculous. Alright, oh, this is crap. Holy smoke. smokes, that was bad. That was brutally bad. What the hell did I do there? Well, again, the test is to see if I could do this without major crashes. That was probably just a little crash in real life. That was weird. Didn't check the weather, didn't check the wind. We knew nothing going into that landing, and boy did it show. Let's pick one of these hangars to stop in front of. There we go. Second wonder down. I like that. See, that's an easy one. That's a nice and easy one. Little Cessna got us there okay. And before I forget, we have a very awkward landing to watch. Look at that angle of attack. Ugh. What the hell? Okay, let's see how rough this was. I mean, look at that angle. Bring it back. Bring it back. Yeah, that was nasty. I think the front gear hit. And I don't think that's advised. Yeah, we're gonna chalk that one up to adverse weather conditions. I don't even see a sock. One sock. Oh well. It was all the weather's fault. Alright, well, until next time, I will be taking some boring flights to the Cancun area and check out some old pyramids. Alright, peace.